My name's Megan Vens-Policky, and I am a senior animal care specialist or senior trainer here at Shedd. I've been working at the aquarium for just over 15 years in both our education department and in our animal care division. And I work with a great team. The team that I'm on is responsible for the care of the penguins and the otters. So we get some birds and some mammals. Our role as part of the animal care team is really to focus on the animals' welfare. So throughout the day, we are looking for ways to really enrich the animals' lives. So that's interesting training sessions, that's unique enrichment devices or toys, that's providing variety in which trainer trains which animal. That's observing their behavior and seeing where they're spending their time and how they're spending their time. So it definitely makes for a busy day, a good busy day. Enrichment is any way we can enhance the animals' lives and their welfare. So one of the ways enrichment shows up is with different sorts of toys or devices. And we like to think of each toy that we give with a focus. So we might give one toy hoping that that's going to encourage a lot of movement and exercise for the animal. We might give another toy that's filled with food and might challenge them to figure out how to get the food out of that toy. We might give another enrichment device that sinks to the bottom. So it encourages them to swim all the way down to the bottom and use their entire habitat. So that enrichment focuses on enriching their mental state. It focuses on getting their bodies moving. So they're using their muscles and they're using the entire habitat that they have. And then we also think of enrichment as training sessions are part of that enrichment as well. So those training sessions involve building good relationships with the animals so that they're trusting of us. When the animals are trusting of us, then we can care for them more and they can cooperate and participate in their own health care. So we work really closely with the animals throughout the day to build those relationships and make life at the aquarium really great. The sea otters are an endangered species, and Sea Otter Awareness Week really highlights, and everyone is aware that otters are curious and fun to watch, but not everyone's aware that they play such an important role in their environment. So otters are found living in the kelp forests. The kelp forests are home to a number of different marine species, not just the otters. In those kelp forests, urchins eat the kelp. So urchins are along the bottom eating those kelp, and the otters eat the urchins. So if the urchins were left to just eat and eat and eat, we wouldn't have kelp forests and we wouldn't have home to that marine biodiversity that live in the kelp forests. So with the otters there, they're eating the urchins, they're keeping the environment in check, and they're making sure that those kelp forests can survive and be home to so many different animals. Otters face a number of different threats in the wild. They have to worry about oil spills. There is competition for food with fishing. They have to worry about populations that are dealing with pollution challenges, disease. So there's a lot of different threats that the otters face. And some of those threats are things that we're concerned about too. Changes in the climate, changes in their environment. So having this week, making people more aware of the plight of the otters, making people more aware of their important role in the environment is really beneficial to them. We have 3 otters that live here at the aquarium. We have Luna, she's 8. She's a little bit more cautious. We see her taking a little bit more time when she's investigating new and novel items. We have Cooper and Watson. They are both 3 years old, and they are young and rambunctious. You can see them kind of wrestling with one another, pulling toys around the habitats. They all have, just like people, they all have their own unique learning styles. So it's our job as caretakers to figure out, do we need to train this behavior nice and slowly, step by step? Is this animal ready for leaps and bounds? And we need to be ready to move fast because they're learning something really quickly. And then we also, as we build relationships, we get to know what they find rewarding and reinforcing. So if we're doing a training session and they're doing a good job, we want to have a lot of different ways to say, you're doing great, keep that up. So that might be a favorite food item, or a frozen treat, or maybe it's a clam or a mussel that's in the shell that they have to crack out of the shell. It might be a playful splash of the water, or a little bit of tactile, a rub on their belly or their flippers. So we have lots of different ways to tell them, good job, keep it up. Facilities like Shedd Aquarium play a really important role in educating the public about the natural world. So our goal is that people come to the aquarium, they see these animals, they fall in love with them, and then they start asking more questions and wanting to learn more. When you fall in love with something and you really enjoy it and you're curious about it, you're much more likely to protect it. So here at Shedd, within our walls, we're really focusing on that, sparking curiosity and compassion for the aquatic animal world. The next step is that we have a rescue and rehab team. So we are ready at a moment's notice to come when there's a call. So if we get a call that there is a stranded sea otter along the coast of California or up in Alaska, our partners along the coastline can call us and we can head out to support the efforts there. So whether that's helping to rehabilitate an animal that we are able to release back into the wild and help grow and maintain that endangered population, or if an animal is deemed unreleasable, then we're able to provide a permanent home, highlight those animals, highlight their threats in the wild, and highlight the things that we can do to make a difference.